Hare Krishna. So we'll give a talk this morning. I'll start by chanting Mangalacharan. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragunatam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha Ye yatamam prapadyante tams tathaiva bhajamyaham. As Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, as you surrender unto me, I will reward you accordingly. So everyone gets their own personal revelations in the process of bhakti, and we may go up initially, get the mercy, and then we may go down and feel like we've lost everything. We rise and we fall, but the important thing is to not stay fallen, keep dancing, one step forward, one step back, side to side, Swami step, and then slowly we make advancement. And this is actually the process that we don't have to swallow the whole Bhagavad Gita in one sitting, because it's transcendental. Each shloka in fact can be looked at in different ways. So our bhajan can take many forms. It's not just chanting one mantra, because the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra actually contains all other mantras. It's a Sava Shakti Mai mantra, Siddha Mantram, that all, because why? Because Radha's in there, right? It's not just it's Yugal Mantra, it's Radha Govinda Yugal Mantra. There is Radha and Krishna in there as a divine couple, and this is something that patriarchal society has lacked for a long time, is this idea of the divine feminine as well as the divine masculine. Radha and Krishna are one, ultimately Ekatma Dui Deha. They are one soul in two bodies, but they're both worshipable. And some devotees have more affection for Krishna, some have more affection for Radha, and we have to set our sadhya. We have to think of what is our goal in bhakti, where do we want to go, because we have the choice, we have independence. We can go to Akash, we can go to Ayodhya, we can go to Vaikanta, to Narasingha Lok, or to the Narayan Lok, or Varaha Lok, or any of the innumerable Vaikunta planets. But many people say it's better to go to Krishna Lok, because they tend to give this hierarchy of ras, because God is ras, Krishna is ras, and in that sense we worship the rasa, the chit shakti, sat chit anand. Sat means eternal, chit means it's very transcendental, the chit shakti. It means some generally say eternality, knowledge and bliss, but chit shakti is not just knowledge. Chit shakti is the sweetness, it's the current, it's the wave of devotion between the spiritual sambhogya chatmaka relationship between Krishna and Radha. And we cannot actually approach Krishna and Radha directly. We must take the shelter of a spiritual master. Krishna says this in the 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, I forget, but the one must approach a bona fide spiritual master, inquire from him, and learn submissively from him. So we do that, and we get the mercy, when we'll realize our ananda, the bliss potency. So in some sense you can take it in an impersonal way, that we're worshipping the ras, the chit shakti, but ras is so So transcendental, that it mingles between the sat potency and the ananda potency, but the actual constitution of the soul is Jivara Swarupahaya Krishnara Nityadas Krishnara Tatasta Shakti Veda Veda Prakash. Veda Veda Prakash, that it's manifested simultaneous oneness and difference. This is the import of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement, and if we want to enter the Leela of preaching and become a Gosjanandi preacher, then that's very laudable, and if we want to be a Bhajananandi, that is necessary for being a preacher. If you want to preach, you must do bhajan and absorb yourself very deeply in the name, because you can be Bhajananandi without preaching, but you can't be a preacher without Bhajananand. So it's a little bit Advaita, it's non-duality, but we have this free will, so we should use it carefully and become Shanti, 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 Om, peace, peace, peace. But Shantaras is not the all, it's the rasas, the five primary rasas: Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhurya, peace, servitude, friendship. Friendship's very important. Vatsalya, the parental affection, that we become very caring. We should care about our devotees. That Bhagavan loves his devotees. We love Bhagavan, therefore we love Bhagavan's devotees. And then the Madhurya, the sweetness, that this ras is very sweet, and it's a transcendental kind of sweetness because it's sweet, but it's very savory for us as well. It will stabilize us and keep us on the path towards developing Ujjvala rasa, which can be translated loosely as incandescence. So when we chant Hare Krishna and we absorb ourselves, we purify our mind, Cetodapana Marjanam, we clean the mirror of the mind, then our hearts become clear and we'll get this luster. Somebody once told a story about some devotees who went to an office and preached to this businessman in there, and he said, I don't care about any of your philosophy or this and that and the other, but you all glow. You've got such radiance in your faces, so how can, unfortunately I don't I'm just a kanishta, but he said, how can I get this radiance? And they said, yes. They said, so you do care because you want the result, you do the thing, you get the result. But this is not really how bhakti works. It's transcendental, it's mysterious, it has its own sweet will. Bhakti follows bhakti. So let's be lazy, intelligent, and advance and be caring, and we will make the world a better place. Hare Krishna.